The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Did last night actually happen? It feels like a dream. Victory Friday. The Jets win for the second time in 4 days. Are you kidding me? We got Joe Benigno joining us in his weekly spot. Jet fans, let's go. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season.
I felt great to be able to play an entire game in front of our amazing fans. Division opponent, felt like we started faster than we have. We were way more efficient. Got a lot of guys involved. A lot of guys made a lot of plays tonight. Felt like the line did a nice job up front. And we had to, finish drives. We did a good job of that.
We talk about a style of playing, a standard, and relentless effort, and 11 heads to the ball, and I felt like we did that. We'll enjoy this one, but come Monday, it's on the Denver.
Because if the expectation is winning, then we're going to celebrate it, but we should expect to win. The next step is expecting to dominate.
Hey, Ray Romano here. Like I am every year. But this is the year!
We bleed Jet green each and every day. This is not the same old Jet. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Brees Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jet bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Oh, Victory Friday, baby. Who's got it better than us as Jet fans? My goodness. Welcome in, everybody. If you stayed up late with us, I guess technically this morning, thank you. We were live till about 3 in the morning yesterday. Still had over 1,000 people watching when we ended the stream. So I want to thank everyone who tuned in. We got quite the day. All right, quite the day. Joe B is about to join us. Fireman Ed will come on the second stream today at 3 p.m. And then tonight, we're doing an in-person appearance at the Hackensack Brewing Company on the Oh the Pain podcast, hosted by our guest right now, the great Joe Benigno, who joins us now. Joe, my God, I cannot believe what we saw last night.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I can't remember the last time. Think about a couple of these things. When was the last time, Jake, that we saw our team play a game where there was never a moment in this football game that you were concerned that they were not going to win the game? I mean, this was dominance from pillar to post. There's no question. In fact, I can't remember this either. When's the last time, and I didn't leave that early, I left with about 5 minutes to go. When's the last time that we left the Jet game 5-6 minutes to go in the game when we were the ones blowing out the other team? When the hell has that happened? Tell me that, Jake. I mean, oh my God. I mean, I'm watching this game, and with the people I was with Sean Winters and the great Winters Bros and all of that. And I thank Sean again for the tremendous seats with my grandson. It was a phenomenal night. But the quarterback play, I'm trying to think, was it Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2015 when we didn't make the playoffs? Was it Chad Pennington back in the early 2000s? Was it Vinny Testaverde in 1998? Tell me when it was that we saw. I mean, maybe for a little bit, Kenny O'Brien, maybe for a little bit, Richard Todd. I mean, do we have to go back to Joe Willie to see the kind of quarterback play that we saw last night? This guy is unbelievable. I mean, you watch it and you can't believe this is happening with our team. It's really amazing.
It was surreal. And, just watching him move, Joe, I was shocked at how well he was moving in and out of the pocket. He took off, and I think he had 18 or 19 rushing yards last night. He looked like 2011, 2012 Aaron Rodgers last night. He was otherworldly. I mean, I can't think of a performance in that spot, especially against that team, that we saw someone play that well. I mean, it was unbelievable in person to watch.
Well, look, they did this team. The Jets did to a terrible thing. Let's be honest. New England stinks. Tell me how the Bengals lost to them. They beat Cincinnati. They almost beat Seattle last week. I mean, they looked absolutely terrible. And he just dissected them. I mean, you watch him. he's hitting everybody. Big night for Tyler Conklin. How about Alan Lazard? We were running Alan Lazard out of town last year, Jake, and now all of a sudden,
he's running people over, Joe. He's the one running people over.
I mean, he's got 3 touchdown catches already. The sheriff is back. I mean, he's a different player. We got this 1-2 monster punch with Allen and Brees in the backfield. It's unbelievable. The offensive line has played great. Hopefully, Morgan Moses, there's nothing to this injury. He did walk off under his own power, which was a good thing. It's just, you watch this offense. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It really, really is. This guy, look, we saw him play with the Packers all those years, and we saw plenty of him. I saw plenty of him. You knew how good he was, how great he was. But watching him for our team and just watching how he executes the offense, it's just beautiful. It really is.
I mean, it just feels like they haven't even really scratched the surface as well on what they could be. I mean, they scored 24 points last night. First drive, BS penalty called on Morgan Moses kills that. The missed field goal by Zerline at the end of the first half. Mike Williams almost had a touchdown at the end. Like, as well as they played and they were dominant, 24-3 doesn't even feel like an accurate depiction of how big of an ass whooping this was. They had the ball for 40 minutes and they outgained New England 400-139. And a lot of that yardage was garbage time on the final drive with Drake May in the game.
It's funny too. Go back. Zerline misses that field goal. He never misses, and he misses it like what was it, a 40-yard, 44-yard field goal. He misses badly before halftime, and he didn't even care. I mean, think about that for a second, Jake. He missed this field goal. We're up 14-3. He misses the field goal right before halftime, and you're like, okay. It won't matter, right? I mean, I'm going to tell you, that's how I felt. I mean, I can't remember the last time I felt like that. A guy misses the field goal, and I'm not screaming about it. But, I mean, that's just the kind of ass whooping it was. And then you go to the other side of the ball. You see, we saw now for the first time, and I think that they're realizing now that the defensive line is not what it was. Jermaine Johnson is gone. Who knows if we're ever going to see this guy Reddick. Forget this freaking guy, please. What are you going to do, jump on a bandwagon when we're 9-1 and say, okay, look, maybe I'll go play for this team now? Is that what he's going to do, this guy? Please. But they blitzed constantly last night. 7 sacks in the game. McDonald had another big game. Yeah, you're watching Chuck Carr blitz. He forced that fumble too by Stevenson, the turnover that they got in this game. I mean, they assaulted Jacoby Brissett. I mean, he had no chance in this game. It really was just incredible to sit there and watch this. If you're a Jet fan, what a night it was. And the fans are chanting, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. It was surreal. We got a real serious football team here that, like you said, is only scratching the surface, and it's all about number 8. It really is.
100%. I mean, third quarter, they're up 21-3, and the chants for Aaron Rodgers are already starting. I mean, we waited so long for that moment. I mean, think about what happened a year ago and everything we dealt with in the offseason and how crap last year was. And to do it against that team, I mean, that's about as big of a statement as Aaron Rodgers could have made under any circumstance, man. I think he announced to everyone that he's not just competent, he's back. He's still capable of being one of the better quarterbacks to play in the league.
Yeah, and you hear what he says too. He talks about he talks about that they're just scratching the surface, and he goes, "Yeah, we're going to be good, but then we got to get to the level where we're going to dominate." And they dominated last night against a bad team. And let's be honest, I love this here. Thank you, Aaron. I mean,
God bless.
God bless. And you feel so freaking confident now. I mean, I don't see any way they're losing to the Denver Broncos next week. You know what I mean? I mean, you got a bad Denver team coming in here. Maybe they'll be 0-3. I think they play Tampa tomorrow or Sunday. I mean, whatever. Do you feel at all that they're going to lose to a team like Denver? I mean, you got to feel like, wow, man, we're going to be 3-1 going into London to play what looks to be a pretty decent Minnesota Viking team. I mean, it seems that way. It is Sam Darnold, but give him credit. He's playing well. It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable, bro.
Joe, to put it in perspective, the Jets have 11 offensive touchdowns, and let me get the exact stat because I want to get this right because it just magnifies how significant what the Jets did in this game last night. To put it in perspective, so the Jets obviously scored 3 offensive touchdowns in week 1, week 2, and week 3. So here's the stat I was trying to reference here. It was the Jets scored their 9th offensive touchdown in week 11 against the Bills last year.
Is that right?
They have 9 offensive touchdowns through 3 games this year. And as we were just saying, I mean, they still have barely scratched the surface of what they could be as an offense. Just wait till, and Rodgers even said this, just wait till him and Garrett start clicking and getting on the same page going forward. And Mike Williams continues to get acclimated. I mean, the sky's the limit for this team if Aaron Rodgers is out there playing like that.
There's no question about it. And think about this, too. He's thrown 5 touchdown passes in the first 3 games. I don't think Zach Wilson threw 5 touchdown passes last year. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, how many TD passes did he throw? This guy's got 5 already in 3 games, and he hasn't even broke a sweat doing it. Jake, think about that.
It's unreal. And I'll say this too about the defense. Obviously, Rodgers being the story. I love the game plan that Saleh and Obrick had. I mean, they came out, they blitzed with Quincy. I thought Sherwood had an awesome night. I mean, they were ready, man. They came out, and what's the biggest thing we've said about this team? Hey, they got to come out ready to play, handle their business, and they did everything and more you could have asked for last night. It was a dream watching this. I couldn't believe how well they played.
Phenomenal night. I mean, the crowd was electric. Going in, we were ready. We were pumped for this, and it just, like I said, it just could not have been better. But I don't know how many people around me, longtime Jet fans were. I mean, you marvel at we are so starved for the kind of quarterback play that we are looking at right now, Jake, that it's incredible when you really think about it. We watch all these other teams come in with their quarterbacks, no matter who it is, Mahomes, Josh Allen. I know we've had success against him. Well, whatever guy, when Brady was playing, whoever it was, Peyton, man, whatever guy, although we had some success against Manning too, but whatever. To have the kind of quarterback play that we have now with this guy, I mean, it really is. It's unbelievable.
They really have a two-headed monster now, in the backfield. Braylon Allen can play. This guy is really, really good.
4th round draft choice, a steal. 4th round, they got this kid, man. He's a steal. Let's be honest, Jake.
You throw him out there with Brees, and just how about the fact they started the game and Rodgers was like 6 for 6, but they just went out there and they basically said, "All right, Aaron, go and cook them." And it was relentless, man. They could have scored so many more points than they did last night. This was dominant. I give Hackett a lot of credit. I give Ulbrich and Saleh a lot of credit. This was an ass kicking. This is what the Patriots have done to us so many times. This was a dream. This was a long time coming for every long-suffering Jet fan.
And how about the 93-yard touchdown drive where they went right down the field, right? Methodically down the field. Eventually they score. Brees Hall takes it in. By the way, he's got a touchdown in each game so far, Brees Hall. Methodically down the field and hitting. And the way he delivers the football, bro, you watch this and boom, the ball's out of his hand. He's zipping it here. And you touched on it too earlier about the mobility. He ran for like 19 yards, had a couple first downs. But not even that, just getting out of the pocket the way he was able to do to make plays out of the pocket, throwing the ball. It's just the superlatives just don't end,
It's just I can't believe it. I'm without speech. I put the stats on the screen here, Joe. I mean, 281 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 77% completion.
Well, what is his rating? What kind of rate? Because this has got to be like 100-something rating, right? Because that's such a crazy. The ratings are so weird anyway, but I don't know what it is, but it had to be pretty high,
You want to guess, Joe? I have it in front of me.
I'll say 110.
118.9.
Wow. And what's the highest you can get? Like 130? So what is the high? 150? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 156 or something.
Is that what it is?
Crazy. Okay. I mean, it's just unreal.
It really is.
And really, there were just so many players all around that were just awesome last night. I mean, how good is Will McDonald, by the way? This coaching staff has done it again with developing him.
Still don't like that he's got Gastineau's number, but be that as it may. No, look, McDonald.
He played like Gastineau these last 2 games.
I tell you, man, he's all of a sudden, he's become a demon pass rusher. Like I said, it makes you really wonder, do they really need this guy Reddick? Are they really going to fork up money for this guy? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. But, McDonald looked terrific. Quincy Williams is the best defensive player on the field for them. There's no doubt about it as far as I'm concerned. DJ Reed back again last night. Good to have him back. Obviously Sauce on the other side. They didn't have to do much. I mean, let's be honest. The secondary didn't have to do a hell of a lot in this football game. They really didn't. They had
such a great game plan. They're like, we're going to blitz more. We're going to stack the box. They gave them the Zach Wilson defense, basically. Hey, Jacoby Brissett, you're not beating us with your weapons. They held Hunter Henry to only 2 catches. Right. I mean, this coaching staff gets a lot of heat. They were phenomenal last night with the execution of everything.
Well, not only that, I think not only the execution of everything, but turning around on a short week, a 3-day week limited practice. I don't know if they practiced at all. Maybe they had a walkthrough. I don't know what it was. And you just couldn't have been crisper or sharper than the way they played last night. Really
3 games in 11 days to get the 2-1. Now you get this mini bye before you play Denver at home, and they might be the worst team in the league. I mean, this team, if they handle their business, they're 3-1 going to London. That's where we're headed.
Yeah, no, it certainly looks that way. I mean, I don't want to get too crazy, Jake, because we've been burned too many times over the years. Let's not get too crazy about it, but boy, it's so enjoyable. And like you said, sitting here at 2-1, you can put your feet up and watch everybody else beat the crap out of themselves. And you look at this division right now. New England stinks. Forget them. This is a complete transition rebuilding year for them. Who knows? Miami's sitting there without their quarterback now. A major hit for them. Who knows if you're going to see Tua again? We don't know. Right now, to me, it's the Jets and Buffalo in the division. That's it. It's basically a 2-horse race to win the AFC East. And there's no reason that we can't win it. That's really the way I look at it right now.
If you're watching live right now, we're joined by the great Joe Benigno. He joins us each and every day after a Jet win or loss. Joe be joining us at 10 a.m. the following day. We got 1,000 people watching live right now. Click that like button if you're new to the show. Please subscribe to the channel. We hit 38,000 subscribers the other day, so I want to thank everyone who tunes in each and every day.
By the way,
Joe,
happy birthday, Jake. Did we mention happy birthday to you? Jake just turned a ripe 29. Let me tell you, bro, you are doing all right. For a guy that's not even 30 yet, you're doing a hell of a freaking job.
I appreciate it, Joe. I mean, I'm just trying to follow in your footsteps with a little less pain along the way.
No. You got your own footsteps, bro. I'm just a guy that they gave a microphone to and got a little lucky. That's about it, But you're doing a hell of a job, man. Keep it up. And, hopefully you'll be alive to see the Jet dynasty. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll make it for that. I'll settle for one. Give me one more and I'll be happy, But you might be alive to see that dynasty maybe one day,
I'll tell you what, Joe, I appreciate you throwing me a party tonight at the Hackensack Brewing Company. This is going to be a blast tonight. Tell people what we're getting into.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a heck of a night. I mean, we've had so many different people there. John Jastrzemski's been there. Eddie, Fireman Ed has been with us. My old partner, Evan Roberts, of course, has been there. We have my old buddy, Sid Rosenberg, who fired it up one night. I mean, we've had a lot of people there, and it's going to be a big night tonight. People are giddy. And as I mentioned this too, and I know Jake isn't part of this because he roots for that other team in town, but we love him anyway. There's going to be a lot of Met fans there tonight.
Sure.
And right now, the Mets are freaking rolling. So, right now, if you're a fan like I am of the Jets and the Mets, boy, you just you can't believe what's going on. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy tonight. We'll have the Met game will be going on as well, although we'll see if they have it on tonight because it's on that ridiculous Apple TV or ridiculous. But I don't want to get too crazy with that. But people are going to be fired up tonight. I mean, how could we not be? We're going to be fired up, and Jake, you'll be right at the forefront of that, bro.
Can't wait. If you're a Jet fan, if you're an Asmaniac, come on out. Joe and I will be there. Tapings at 7:30, Joe. We start going live?
Yeah, we start about 7:15, 7:30. It'll be a couple hours. We get out. Because I got to tell you right now, and I'm sure you're in this category too. I'm a little banged up. I got home late last night. I didn't get a hell of a lot of sleep here. So, and then I got to do a quick turnaround for Saturday morning's radio show. So, you know what I mean? So, got a lot of crazy stuff going on. But, boy, I'll just say this, Jet fans. It comes down to this. As long as this quarterback stays healthy, we got a chance in every game we play, and there's no reason that we can't certainly make the playoffs and make a big run in the playoffs as long as this guy's under center. There's no doubt about it.
We deserve it. This fan base has been loyal. They have paid their dues. And, I mean, last night, I mean, were you at the opener last year, Joe, against Buffalo?
Well, it's a very strange – I actually did go to the game or was in the parking lot. And unfortunately, I was with my cousin who had a little accident before the game, and we had to bail out and take him home. So I wound up going home and watching the game, even though I was in the parking lot before. So I was not there for that. But I was there for the Chief game last year. Yep. I was there for the disaster on Black Friday with the Hail Mary going the other way. I was there for the Eagle win last year, which was a tremendous day. That was pretty good. But last night, and again, and I understand Belichick's not there, and I understand Brady and Gronk and Edelman and all these guys we hate are not there anymore. But, boy, it was nice to stick it up the rear end of the goddamn Patriots.
Let's go.
And I'll tell you this, and one more thing, we got a 2-game winning streak against them now I want to see us get, what was the losing streak? 16? How many was it in a row?
15.
So maybe we can get it to 20, the other way now.
How about the fact they haven't beaten them at home since the Fitzpatrick game in 2015,
right?
And
right.
they haven't beaten them by double.
Eric Decker in overtime, right?
Yep. And they haven't beaten them by double digits since Belichick's first year in 2000. I mean, this was 24 years in the making last night.
Yeah, no, it's just it really is. And look, it's long overdue that the Patriots stink. What else can you say?
They turned into us. Enjoy it. Enjoy quarterback hell. Enjoy being a crummy football team. We know it well. Enjoy it all.
Hey, look, if you're a Patriot fan, you got nothing to complain about, man. You won 6 Super Bowls. You went to 9, with Brady and Belichick. You can take some suffering for a while. You know what I'm saying, Jake?
By the way, Joe, how much better do you think Rodgers would have played last night if he showed up to minicamp in June? Oh, the horror. Oh.
Well, it just shows, everybody went crazy, because he went to Egypt or whatever the hell he did. He did others, whatever what do they call that stuff he does? What is that? Ayahuasca, right? He goes into the hole and whatever. You know what? I'll buy him the ayahuasca the way he's playing. I mean,
I'll do it with him. Yeah.
Right there. We'll all be in the black hole. We go to the Super Bowl. We'll all be in the black hole with Rodgers. I mean, are you kidding me? You know what it shows, bro? So much is made about the preseason, and it means nothing. Who cares if he didn't play it down in the preseason? Look at what's going on now. Yeah, he might have been. Look, the first game against San Francisco, they weren't winning that game. We knew that was a tough spot going into that game. The Jets didn't play well. The defense got overrun, and we all know what happened in that game. But even there, you were seeing and Simmer. It's funny because just like the Jets had the ball all night last night, the Niners had the ball all afternoon and all night in that game. But even there, we were seeing, Rodgers. You could see it was there. It was gonna, you know what I mean? Even in that game, he was showing signs of what he is. And he was better in Tennessee last week, and he was even better last night against New England. And he's only going to get better and better as the year goes on. It really is it's so refreshing to watch this kind of quarterback play because, like I said, you tell me the last time we saw this, even Brett Favre, the year that Favre was here, and we all know we were 8-3, and then he collapsed, he got hurt, and, we blew it for the playoffs. And Favre never wanted to be with the Jets anyway. He wanted to play for Minnesota. He never wanted to come to our team. This guy is embracing being here, right? Aaron Rodgers is embracing being a New York Jet. And let's be honest, in all due respect to Favre, Rodgers is better. Rodgers is a better quarterback than Brett Favre. I mean, I'm sorry, he's better. And like I said, he never wanted to be here. This guy's embracing it. And Aaron Rodgers realizes what his status is if he comes here and he delivers the Super Bowl to the Jets. He goes from being, Hall of Fame, first ballot, great quarterback to just a completely different level. I always compare it to Messier with the Rangers in hockey, right? Messier was an all-time great. He won 5 Stanley Cups with the Edmonton Oilers. But it wasn't until he slayed the dragon for the Rangers, over 31 years ago now, or 30, he'll be 31 next year, that changed everything. That put him in a different stratosphere. And that's the kind of situation Rodgers is in now. If he can deliver a championship for the Jets, it puts him in a totally different stratosphere.
And he has that chip on his shoulder. You see it, the way he even acts. He's not celebrating. He's not acting like, like this is incredible. I can't believe I'm doing this. Like he expects to do that. This team is learning how to win because he's showing them this is the expectation now going forward.
Yeah, like I said, he made the comment about now we got to go to the next level where we dominate.
My God, dominate.
Well, we saw some dominance last night. We really did, so let's hope it continues. Look, there's still a long way to go. There's 14 games left to go. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. But again, it comes down to one thing and one thing only, the health of number 8. And if he stays healthy and he plays a full season for us, we will make there's no question we will make the playoffs. No doubt about it.
Without a doubt. All right. Comments, questions, super chats for Joe and I. Write them in. Today's show is presented by the hat I'm wearing. Hugo House, get the year 20 Aaron Rodgers hat. Let's go, baby. Joe, I'm going to get you one.
Hat. I like the green one, bro. That's a nice green. I like that. The one you got on now, that's stellar.
I got
Tell
you.
her, bro.
HugaHouse.com, promo code Asman. You'll get 15% off at checkout. Aaron Rodgers balled out. You get the hat he wears to celebrate year 20 in the NFL. Shout out to Huga House for being a part of our show. Once again, code Asman gets you 15% off. If you use that promo code and buy one hat, the second hat is actually 30% off. So shout out to Huga House for being a part of our show. Joe, before I get to some super chats here, I'm pulling up the picture of you and your grandson from last night. This is epic. We got the Brees. Is that the Brees Hall jersey you got on?
Yeah, I'm rocking Brees. My grandson's got sauce on. Yeah, there we are. You know, again, this is the seats from the Winters brothers, Sean Winters, and we thank him again because, yeah, it's just spectacular. You're in the first row, right behind the jet bench. It's crazy down there. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Great night, no doubt.
Oh my God! I'm going to quote you. I was delirious watching this last night.
Delirious. It was a delirious night. And again, I want to go back to the baseball team too because I'm watching what the Jets are doing, and my buddies are giving me updates from the Met game, and it was just like, I mean, is this really happening? You know, so it's crazy. And congratulations on your team clinching a playoff spot, bro.
That's right. They got a nice lead on the Orioles for the division.
Their season starts in the playoffs, as we know.
Always, 100%.
Yep.
By the way, was your guy Joe and Clark? Was he actually positive for once after this? How could it be a negative about anything?
Joey and Clark is during. I mean, here we are. I had to text him. He's texting back all night with our buddy Artie in Brooklyn, right? And
he called me on ESPN on Sunday. By the way, it was great.
Did?
He goes, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday. He didn't want to mention you because of you're a fan. I'm on ESPN, and it was hilarious. I was like, I see what you're doing, Artie. I appreciate it though. I'll be there tonight.
Well, he could have mentioned me on ESPN. Who cares? But anyway, Artie will be there tonight. But he's texting back. For somehow I'm part of the text between these two guys, and I'm looking at this crap from Joey. He's bitching about Salah. Salah's not a good coach. I can't. The one negative, and I'll give Joey's right about this, but come on. I mean, you can't be harping on this from last night. The one negative, there was too many penalties. They had a bunch of personal fouls. You can't be having that. And we saw this now for 2 weeks in a row, Jake, where they wasted 2 timeouts this time in the third quarter because they didn't get to play in time.
Yep.
And we saw that happen twice in the Tennessee game, twice now in this game. Now, it didn't hurt them in either game, but that's something that's got to get shored up. You're going to be in a close game somewhere, playing Buffalo or, whoever we're playing down the road is going to be tough, playing these teams in the NFC West, playing a team like Seattle. These kind of teams playing. Well, we already played the 49ers, so I guess the Rams don't look too formal.
No, we'll play them again in the Super Bowl. We got to save those timeouts for that.
Right. But whoever we're playing, whoever these tough teams we're playing, right? We got to play Houston. Houston's not an easy team. They got a real good team there. So look, and anybody can beat anybody any week, as we know. The game in London is not going to be easy with this Minnesota team now. You don't want to get into a situation where you got no timeouts in a big spot because you're not getting to play in time. So this is 2 weeks in a row. They got away with it 2 weeks in a row. That's got to be shored up. There's no question about it.
For sure. We've come a long way, though. That's the only thing we're nitpicking after a win like that. It just shows you. Right. I mean, everything used to be wrong with this team. Coach, quarterback, offensive line, receivers, pass rush.
You know what, Jake? In years gone by, if that kind of thing happened, it would come back to burn us, right? Yep. Think about it. If we had a situation where we had to blow timeouts in the third quarter because we couldn't get a play in, at the end of the game, it would probably be a close game. And at the end of the game, it would come back and we'd be sitting there, holding, what, because you don't have any timeouts, So it really is incredible what's going on.
Hit the like button if you're watching live. If you're one of the 1,200 people watching this stream right now, subscribe to the channel. And if you're a Jet fan, if you're just a fan of winning, if you're a fan of greatness, come see Joe and I tonight at the Hackensack Brewing Company, a live taping of Joe's incredible Oh the Pain podcast. It will be an absolute party. I'm imagining later tonight, Joe. Yes. I can't wait.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I hope I can stay awake. I mean, I got to tell you, I'm a little bent. I will say this.
What time did you get home last night?
I got out a lot easier last night than I have in night games before. I made a brilliant move out of the parking lot last night.
Let's hear it.
Where with our Jeep, I went over the curb, right? Over the curb into the traffic, and it probably saved me a half hour getting out of the parking lot.
Anyone honking at you as you're making that maneuver?
Nobody. I wasn't the only one to do it. I saw this other guy do it. I said, "Yeah, I'm doing this too," and I did, and it was It was a brilliant move. It was a brilliant move.
Oh, I love it. Chef Kevin says, celebrating 2 victories in 5 days. Someone pinch me to see if I'm dreaming. Hope this win shuts up the Rob haters. That's Robert Saleh haters to you. Yes. Let's run this back next week. See you guys later at the Hackensack Brewing Company. Let's go, Jets. Shout out to Chef Kevin. He came to my tailgate at L5 last night.
Kevin, great job. Thank you.
Uno Jet says, Jake, that touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson, if you look closely, Lazard was coming across and AR was like, no, this one's for Garrett. I got a little emotional. I was like, wow, great leader. Jake, Garrett Wilson needed that. LFG 13-4. I mean, Rodgers said after the game, Joe, I don't know if you saw his presser, that he committed the cardinal sin as a quarterback because Garrett did tell him, hey, throw it to me. I'm going to be open. Right. And Rodgers said he kind of double clutched it and still just had enough to get it in there. Like, it's just that throw was one of the greatest throws I've ever seen.
It's unbelievable. I mean, there was no window at all to get that ball in there, and he did because he wants to get Garrett on the scoreboard. You know, Garrett, as great as he's been the last 2 years, he hasn't scored a lot of touchdowns. I mean, because
neither have the Jets.
Right. Exactly. So, Rodgers wants to make a concerted effort, and you made the point earlier. These guys haven't even really clicked yet, and you could only imagine what's going to happen. And he also, and Rodgers pointed this out too, and if you were listening to the post-game show, whatever, after we were driving home, he's talking about how they are committed to taking him away. So far, we've seen the first 3 games, they are committed to taking Wilson out of the football game. So that's another thing too. They're really, rotating the cover. They had the kid Gonzalez on him last night. I don't know what the numbers were for Garrett. What did he catch? About 4 or 5 passes in the game last night?
He had 5 catches, 33 yards on 9 targets. So they're still kind of feeling like there was the one play. Right. I think Rodgers' first incompletion last night was on the sideline pass where Garrett just couldn't get his feet in bounds. But you could see it's there. It's coming. It's just a matter of when, not if.
What was the rushing yard? You got those stats in front of you? What did we see? What was Brees last night? What was he? He didn't have.
Brees had 54 yards rushing. Braylon Allen had 55 yards rushing. So the Jets had 133 yards on the ground. That's 18 from Rodgers, by the way, included in that. 281 yards in the air. I mean, they put up 400 yards of offense last night. This was insane.
They had the ball all night. It was crazy. I mean, it's like the Patriots offense was never on the field. Nope. So, I mean, what else can you say? And like I said, the only other negative is you hope Morgan Moses is not too banged up. And remember this too. They played last night without C.J. Mosley. Did not play. He didn't suit up for this game at all. Now, hopefully, we're going to see him for the Denver game. He's got a long rest now. But these other guys, Sherwood, I thought played well. What's the other guy? 55. What's his name again?
Chad Surratt, I thought had a good game too.
Yeah, he played. Yep. Yeah, he definitely did. And Quincy Williams is just,
unreal.
He's one of the 2 or 3 best linebackers in football. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, he's been, honestly, in all due respect to his brother Quinnen, Quincy's better.
And Quinnen had a nice game too. Watching him up close, he gets double teamed on every play, man.
He does get double teamed on every play. No doubt about it. No doubt. Quinnen will probably beat me up if he hears me say that.
Jay, you're telling me last night was not a trade? It certainly feels like it. On those Seagulls says Bryce Young is open for a trade. Do we try and get him? No, we don't need Bryce Young. We got Tyrod Taylor.
We got Tyrod Taylor as our backup. Why do I want Bryce Young? They're going to probably want a number 1 pick for him. When the guys, look, he's been terrible. Maybe we got our future quarterback with this kid from Florida State. I mean, who knows? We don't know. He's a major project. I get it, coming off that injury he had last year. But, let's see. Right now, I'm not worried about Bryce Young. All I'm worried about is, like I said, keeping number 8 healthy. That's the key to the season. There's no doubt about it.
That's it. Cashmere Black says Jets seem to have a huge Italian fan base. Joey, I mean, you can speak to this more than me. Do the Jets have a huge Italian fan base?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm Italian, but I always thought the team that had the largest Italian fan base is the Yankees.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because, Joe DiMaggio, Yogi Berra, they always seem to, Joe Pepitone. There always seems to be, some Italian guys on the Yankees.
Anthony Volpe, Anthony Rizzo.
You got Volpe there now. So, maybe that's why. You know what I mean? Tony Lazzari going all the way back, the great Hall of Fame. Phil Rizzuto. I mean, so it seems like the Yankees have always had a lot of Italians on the team. So I always think if I'm thinking about a fan base, a serious Italian fan base, probably the Yankees. And obviously, I'm not one of them. So
yeah. Terrence says, keep this energy, fans, all the way to the Super Bowl. Love it. Also, huge shout out to Felix. He's donating 20 memberships, but then he did another one and another one and another one and another one. Why did he do 24? 24 points the Jets put up last night in their shellacking of the Patriots. Felix, you're the man.
What happens if we go for like a 50 burger? What is he going to do there?
Right, and there's going to be a lot of memberships flowing. Felix says, great win and back-to-back 24-point score, 24 points, 24 memberships. JETS, Jets. Let's go.
Nice.
Jets carpetbagger. I'm in heaven. That game was morphine for my soul.
Morphine for his soul. That's interesting. Very interesting. Watch out for that morphine.
Jets Cubs fan says, never knew my hangover could feel good. I think the last time I was giddy was the day after I lost my virginity. JETS.
Yeah. The day after, or like as it was happening?
K-Brock says, what a game last night. That was no 40-year-old quarterback. JETS, Jets. This is our year. Let's go, Jake. What a birthday present for you. I mean,
that is a good
I'm kidding.
And let me just point this out, and I generally know next Thursday is my birthday, believe it or not. All these guys in September, you, me, Anzalone, everybody, all these September guys, my birthday's coming up next Thursday, and I'll be a very ripe 71, by the way. And hopefully they can give me a birthday present with the Denver game, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, and by the way, good job by the Jets showing Fireman Ed on the scoreboard just to make sure everyone knew it was his birthday. That was awesome.
Yep.
Harvey says, awesome game. Still driving home. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Joe. Harvey, you're the man. Great to meet you at the tailgate yesterday.
Harvey is still driving home at 10 o'clock in the morning, 20 after 10, whatever it is.
I think he's like in Plattsburgh, New York. He traveled far to be at this game yesterday.
Is that right? Okay.
Aaron says, Jets had 9 touchdowns in 11 games last year. They have 9 in 3 games. This is why it'll be a special season. Have to get used to this. Joe, I may never get used to this. I'm just going to try and enjoy the ride.
It's going to take a while to get used to this. I'll tell you right now. This is so foreign for us. It's going to take a while, bro. No doubt.
Mike D's Nuts is in the house. The players doing the Jermaine celebration had me emotional. What a game. I don't know if you noticed that, Joe. Every big play by the defense, every sack, they had 7 of them last night. They all did Jermaine's sack celebration as a tribute to him.
Is that right? Is that what it was? Okay. Yeah, that's great. Hey, look. This is a close-knit football team. I mean, you could see it now. I mean, I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, everybody's on the same page here, and it's so refreshing to watch. It really is.
Keith Best gifted a membership. Shout out to you, Keith. V-Man says, Jake showed Joe the rum I gave you. It's in my kitchen, V-Man, so I don't feel like getting up right now. But I had so many listeners bring gifts. V-Man's one of my hardcore listeners. He brought me like an authentic Puerto Rican rum that I told him I'll drink it with him on the air after a win like that. So call in today, V-Man.
Well, you know what you got to do. See, I because I have a very brutal stomach, I haven't had a drink in 10 years. I have from my buddy Vincent in Chicago, who I don't know if he'll be at the podcast tonight because he works for the Cubs. He's in Chicago. But he gave me a bottle of Beefeater gin, which I used to drink martinis all the time. But now, because I got serious stomach problems, I haven't had a drink in 10 years. But it's sitting in my kitchen, ready to be opened up when the confetti is coming down, bro. You know what I mean? I got to tell you this too. I'm very, very tough. I got a lot of jerseys. I had the Brees Hall on. I'll probably wear Garrett Wilson tonight, probably, to the podcast. I got a lot of jerseys, but I'm very tough when it comes to quarterbacks. I got Joe Namath, I got Vinny Testaverde, and I have Chad Pennington. That's it. I didn't even get Sanchez. I probably should have, because Sanchez was a good quarterback for us, doesn't get the credit he deserves. But whatever. But, I said, wait a minute, I'll get the Aaron Rodgers jersey when we make the playoffs. Well, that jersey may be coming a little soon.
Wow. That's big, Joe.
Because you know me, I don't want to jinx it, though. Yeah, I don't want to go get the jersey. Next thing you know, there's an injury issue. So I'm a little hesitant. I may get the T-shirt, because they got the T-shirts too. I may get that first before I get the jersey.
I like it. Well, I'll tell you what. I think for someone like you who's been with this team since they became the Jets, the way Rodgers has embraced playing for the Jets,
no doubt,
playing for it's very likable. And you see all the nonsense they write about him and say about him in the media it couldn't be further from the truth. You rally around that. He wanted to be here. He understands, as you said, what it would do for his legacy if he wins. The leadership is off the charts. His teammates and coaches love him. It's only a couple games, I get it, but I mean, someone like you saying you want to get the jersey after you were waiting for making the playoffs, that speaks volumes on the impact he's already had connected to the fan base.
Yeah, it's amazing. And look, like I said, and look, he's playing, like you mentioned it earlier, he's playing with a chip on his shoulder because he's got something to prove. As a 40-year-old, not playing for a year, coming off the Achilles, he's got something to prove to everybody. And so far through 3 games, he's proven it. There's no doubt about it.
Michael writes in, Rodgers carved up the Pats like a Thanksgiving turkey. Like Joe, I'm an old fan. I watched Super Bowl III. Let's go. I mean, this was something.
Yep. Amen.
Jordy says if Moses is out for the year, what would the odds be we kick the tires on Bakhtiari for depth? So the initial reports on Moses is that it's not a season-ending thing. They think they avoided that. He could be out for some games here, but that's why thank God they drafted Olu Fashanu, who now could be your right tackle.
Yep. Absolutely. Let's see. I mean, Moses did, like I said, he did walk off the field on his own. That doesn't always translate to not having a major injury, but let's hope he's only out a couple weeks. And like you said, we got this kid Fasano. We really do. And the offensive line. I mean, nobody's really talking about the offensive line, but the difference in this line. It's just. And again, they got a hit with Moses last night, but they got to stay healthy. You got to keep Tyron Smith healthy. You got to keep Vera Tucker healthy, Simpson healthy. We'll see what Fasanu does. It is the offense. It's a dramatic difference with this offensive line.
I'll tell you what, the stuff that Rodgers does to adjust the protections too, and how quick he gets the ball out. I mean, it all works in tandem. Like the Jets O-line stunk last year, and I think a lot of it was also Zach Wilson held onto the ball forever, and he's not making the adjustments that Rodgers is at the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's surgical out there. He's pointing things out. He's touching the helmet cannon plays. I mean, I can put it in perspective, Joe, at our watch party when in week 1 against the Niners, when Rodgers is up there doing this, that, touching, like we're cheering for that. That's how starved we are for quarterback play.
No doubt. And I want to go back to one thing with the offensive line. Rodgers got obviously the biggest cheer of anybody last night. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. I thought Tyron Smith got a monster greeting from the fans. Okay. That we got this all-pro, future Hall of Fame left tackle now. All those great years with Dallas. And he's a guy you got to keep healthy. Obviously, he's a major. As obviously Rodgers is the biggest thing for health. This guy's got to stay healthy. This Tyron Smith at left tackle, it's a major difference maker. We haven't had a left tackle like this since the Brickashaw. He's got to stay healthy. There's no question about it.
Here for the memes writes in, Joe B needs to join you during the postgame one night and sling shots of Henny with Jake. Big win. Sipping on Patriots tears. Bad man. So that's my thing, Joe. We have a tradition on the show after every big Jet win. I have to do Henny shots. And it all started because a couple of years ago, I have a listener, the great Hennessy Heisman. He bet me that the Jets would upset the Bills when they were like 13.5-point underdogs 2 years ago when Zach Wilson beat them. And I said, all right, Hennessy Heisman, if that happens, I'll do Henny shots with you because that's his thing. Right. And since then, it became a tradition on the show. If the Jets win, I got to do slugs of Henny. So we were on air till 3 a.m. drinking the Henny. So I'm banged up like you today.
Well, I wasn't drinking, but you do that shot for me, bro.
I got you.
I told you when I'll have my next drink. I told you. There you go. It's a little early for Henny at 10 a.m. here, Jake. What are you doing?
Man. It's good to be young, Joe, right?
It's been so long for me. I can't remember.
Couple more super chats for Joe here. Last chance to get him in. Rodgers put on a clinic on how to play quarterback. I mean, surgical.
Yeah, no doubt.
Devin says, I can't remember a win like this. I reluctantly watched the game with my boy. That's a Pats fan. All I kept saying is, it's nice to have a quarterback. I mean, I think the best response you could say to a Pats fan is, you're now the Jets. We're now the Pats. Let's go. We got the quarterback. And it ain't so fun when the rabbit has the gun.
Yeah. Well, I understand that. But, the rabbit now has to take the gun all the way to, to New Orleans now. You know what I mean?
It's just the start. Bijan checks in. McDonald doing that Freeney spin D-line coach is good. I mean, they have a proven track record of developing talent on the D-line. Aaron Whitecotton's the D-line coach. He's phenomenal. McDonald looks like a real player. I'm very excited about him. I'm giddy about him.
What's he got, like 5 sacks? How many sacks?
5.5. Yeah, he's on pace for 18.5 sacks.
In 3 games? Wow. That is more like.
Altoona says, some of the national media are trying to make a big thing out of the Rodgers Salah sideline encounter last night. Laughable. Do you see the clip, Joe, that people were going?
What now? Apparently, I was listening to the post-game show. I didn't see this happen, but apparently was it after the first touchdown?
I think it was after the first touchdown. And you could see, like, Salah, who's big into, like, the pump, like Rodgers kind of pushed him off.
Right.
And he mouthed something to him. And if you read the lips, people had a hard time determining it. Rodgers laughed after the game and said, Salah's always talking about going up 2 scores. So I said to him, 2 scores like that. And you can read his lips. Like, you could just tell how locked in Aaron was. Like, it was a nothing burger. The full video, you could see how they dapped each other up. And then that moment happened. The way it was cut, it was like there was like disgruntled and there was anger by both. It's a non-story.
Let's be honest. Yeah. Okay. Let's be honest. The media does not give me a break. these guys that cover the Jets don't want to see them win. I mean, you could tell me, I don't care what they try to tell me, and I'm not going to mention the names of these guys, okay? I'm going to be nice about it. I'm not going to mention the names. They want controversy. They want to see this. They want to see, see Rodgers. This is what they want. If you think that these guys that have covered the Jets for a million years, okay, don't want to see them freaking win, I don't buy it for a second. They want negativity wherever they can find it. And come on. That's as big a nitpick as you can get. Let's be real.
I'll tell you what, if Rodgers, wants to shove Salah or vice versa after throwing for 281 yards.
You know what? If he wants to smack him in the face, I mean, we keep winning. I don't care. Who cares?
John writes, today's my birthday. Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John.
All I wanted was to watch the
people.
Yeah, a lot of birthdays. All I wanted was the Jets to kick the Pats' ass and hit my parlays. It was great because both things happened. What an amazing night. Let's go.
Yeah, it was never. I thought the spread was a little high coming into this game. It was a little worse, 6.5, whatever it went off. I guess not.
we're just not used to not only being favored, but favored against the Pats in that spot. It's crazy.
Right. It is crazy.
Devin says, most enjoyable win in years. Nice to have a real quarterback, JETS. Let's go, Devin. Love it. Tony checks in. Jake, Rodgers was awesome. Offense looked sharp. Willie D is the truth. QB was real leader within the game last night. Watched my son's best part of the week. My sons went to school with Jets gear. Lord help them. I mean, it's a different vibe right now. I mean, your grandson doesn't know what losing's like right now. Joey's a winner.
No. Look at the smile on his face. Look at me. Look at me. I'm like bewildered that this is going on, Right?
Oh my God.
Man.
My dad's watching the show. Steve Asman, big fan of yours, Joe. He goes, we're used to losing this game. We're supposed to win, and winning one or two, we should not win. I mean, Joe, even go back to Sunday. They lose that game 98 out of 100 times the last 15 years. Rodgers makes all the difference now.
Yeah, no, look, it's a broken record, and I'm going to continue to say it. If he stays healthy, this team's going a long way. I'm not saying we're winning the Super Bowl. I'm not going to make that statement, but there's no way if he stays healthy, we're making the playoffs. And there's no reason they can't win the division. To me, that's the bottom line. And what happens from there, let's go, How about a home playoff game, bro? Could you imagine what will MetLife Stadium, be like?
JetLife Stadium.
Yeah, JetLife, whatever you want to call it. How I feel about that place. But nevertheless, what will it be like if we have a home play? We haven't had a home playoff game since 2002. You were basically not even born yet. We had a home play. Just think about, what were you, 5 years old, Jake? Well, how old were you then?
Yeah, it's funny because every time I have Herm Edwards on this show and on ESPN New York a lot, and every time I introduce him, I go, the last head coach of the Jets that won the division, and I'm tired of. I love you, Herm. I'm tired of saying that. It's 2002. It's over 20 years ago already.
Yeah. So you're 29. So that's how many years ago now? 22. So you were like 7 when we won the division.
Very young.
Do you remember that?
Vaguely. I mean, I remember watching part of it with my dad. The first full Jet season I remember is 04, the Doug Bryan year. Just pain.
Were you there for that game? I was in Pittsburgh for that. Were you?
I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
You were still a tyke. You were like 10 years old. That's true.
AD says Mayo played for Belichick. Cathartic W. Tides turned. Hell yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Peter Castro says, give the entire staff credit. Lazard. Alan Lazard is a real player again, baby. I love it.
It's funny. The first pass that Aaron threw to him in the Niner game, remember, he dropped the sure first down that he dropped. And I'm screaming, are you kidding me? Since then, he's been great. He's been all pro since then. Crazy, right? Crazy.
Nuts. Let's see. We got a super chat here from Dan. We're going to wrap up here with Joe shortly. The win last night, people in Ohio asking, oh, I'm sure you're a Jets fan. How long exactly? I'll tell you what. There's no such thing as a bandwagon Jet fan. If you're a hardcore Jet fan, you have paid your dues and you earned a night like last night. My God.
There's no such thing as a bandwagon Jet fan. We've suffered and stuff. We haven't made the playoffs since 2010 since we made the playoffs. That's a long time ago. Like we're talking about, we haven't had a home playoff game in 22 years. We've won 2 division titles since the merger. It's absolutely absurd. We haven't won a Super Bowl in 56 freaking. We haven't been to one in 56 years. I always tell people this, right? Thank God I saw it. I'm 71. I was 15 years old when we won the Super Bowl. I'm 71 now, and we haven't even been back. Think about that. That is that, right? It sounds worse when you put it that way, And
I think, and I've talked about this with Fireman Ed before, one of the biggest reasons why is every time they have played in an AFC championship game, it's been on the road.
On the road every time.
Yep. There's something to be said for, obviously you got to win the division first to do this, but I mean, you have to get that game at MetLife. I mean, you saw the crowd last night, Joe. Like could you imagine a home AFC Championship game with a chance to go to the Super Bowl? What that building would be like?
Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, give me that moment. Give me that, Jake. I long for the moment that we are in. We're in MetLife, and that moment when can you just think about this? And I don't want to get crazy. There's 14 games to go. So much can happen, and probably will. But can you imagine the moment that we're all there at MetLife, right? Freezing our asses off, okay? And we know that we're going. Can you imagine? I can't even put that. I can't even fathom that, because that'll be a moment that will, live forever. We'll never forget. That's a moment that it'll be one of the great moments. I got to tell you, it'll be one of the great moments of my life.
Yeah.
And I think I think I speak for a lot of Jet fans when I say that. And let's be honest, most of you guys didn't see the Super Bowl. Most of the Jet fans, if you're 40 something, 50, you're 29 like you are, whatever, you didn't see no freaking Super Bowl. You have no idea what it is to be there, So, and or you're a guy like me that's 71 years old now, and it's been 56 years. I mean, I can't imagine what that would be. The moment we know, even winning it, just the moment we know that we're going. Can you imagine that, Jake? Think about that for a minute.
I hope to find out. Now, I would say that might be the most fun you could have with your clothes on if you're a Jet fan, but the clothes might be coming off for some of you if that happens.
They may be coming off later. I'll say that. That's a good way to celebrate if that happens,
Yeah, absolutely.
I might be too numb to do anything,
I've heard your spots for Manscaped. You're going to put it to good use, Joe. I love it.
Hey, it's all about the illusion, Jake.
Monty writes here, this team, especially the O-line, wasn't ready last year. Him sitting the whole year and getting to know his team in this town might have been a blessing. You are a Hall of Famer, Joe.
Yeah, I don't know about me being in any Hall of Fames, but I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much.
Let me say this. So the Jets have a Hall of Fame for their fans. I know Ira from Staten Island's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Eddie's in there. The fact that Joe Benigno is not in the Jet Fan Hall of Fame is a travesty, and I don't know who I have to talk to over there. I don't know what this fan base has to do to rally for that, but Joe, it is criminal that you are not in the Jet Fan Hall of Fame that the organization has.
Well, the reason is because I've been so negative, and I've told it like it is about this franchise over the years. I've never sugarcoated it, and I think that's one of the big reasons. They've never loved me over there in Florham Park or in Long Island when they were there. There was never any great love for Benigno because I tell it like it is. I mean, let's be honest. It is what it is. 56 years without being in the Super Bowl. 2 division titles since the merger. 1 playoff home games, and 22 years ago. We could go on and on and on. We haven't had a winning season in 9 years. I mean, it's only negative. But that's the reason. And I would never be anything but what I am. I love this team. I've been with this team since 1965. The pain that I've had to endure with this team is unbelievable. The emotional commitment. It's funny, and I don't. People maybe that if you're not a real sports fan, maybe you don't understand this. I don't know, but people say to me, "Well, why do you stick with this team, man? Never. What are you serious? I mean, the emotional commitment that I've made to this football team. What do you think? I could just go jump on some other team's bandwagon and it's going to be the same as my team winning a Super Bowl? You can't. There's no comparison. What that would be like. Like I'm saying, like I said, that moment when we know we're going. I mean, you can't. There's no price tag on that, bro. You can't put a price tag on something like that. You really can't.
I mean, it's incredible, and I always go back to this, Joe. I mean, let me find this clip for you here. So we have a segment on the show called Jet Fan in Hell. And you're one of the big stars of this segment.
Disgusting franchise that masquerades themselves as an NFL football team. I hate this team. I hate them. I hate them.
Love, hate. Well, that's a long time ago. I had dark hair. What year is that?
I think 2008 after they were 8-3 and then choked and eventually got fired.
Favre.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
I think that's what it was.
I hate them. It's a love-hate relationship. That's basically what it is. You love them, but they've caused so much pain. That was a brutal year, by the way.
Oh my God. Horrible.
8-3, we're dancing. Remember they beat the undefeated Tennessee Titans. We're all pumped up. And then Favre gets hurt. And because it was more important for him to keep that stupid streak going than it was for helping the team win, we know how it turned out. And then he couldn't wait to go to Minnesota. And then the guy goes to Minnesota, and they get to the NFC Championship game, right? Of course, that was the body bag game with the Saints.
The Bounty Gate, yeah.
Oh, I was rooting hard. You know, it's funny. I was in Indianapolis. We were in the title game that year against the Colts. I was in Indianapolis for that game. And after we lose that game, I remember we went to Shula's restaurant in Indianapolis after the game, and we were watching the NFC Championship game there. And man, I was loving every second as the Saints beating the crap out of Favre. I got to tell you, I really have to say that. But look, like I said, it is what it is. That's a long time ago. This is a new world, bro, and it's all about number 8. And I sound redundant, but it's all about him. If he stays healthy, this team's going a long way this year. There's no doubt.
No doubt. A couple quick hitters for you, Joe, at the end. So tonight at the podcast taping, once again, Jet fans, come out and support Joe and I. His podcast, the All the Pain podcast, live taping tonight, 7:30 start time at the Hackensack Brewing Company. The question I've been asked by so many listeners yesterday is, if the Jets win tonight, is Joe going to tomorrow at the podcast taping do this?
Here it is. Little Victor Cruz dance. Oh, Victor. Woo! I'm doing a little salsa, baby. Yeah! Woo! Let me say a couple things. First of all, that picture before I get to me dancing. I dance all the time, bro. People don't realize this. Maybe they do. I mean, I sing, I dance. I don't know if I can sing. There's a lot of songs I can pull off, and there's a lot that I can't.
I love when you sing Sinatra, by the way, Joe. I want to throw that out there.
I do a lot of Frank, Summer Wind, Strangers in the Night. We got a lot of them going with Frank. It was a very good year, but whatever. So I'm never adverse to dancing, but I just want to comment on our buddy Kenny Scarabaggio, who was in that picture. Okay. And Kenny wasn't at the game last night. He's a longtime great Jet fan. He's got some health issues right now. Got a few physical issues that are keeping him away from the game. Hopefully he'll make the game for Denver. That's kind of up in the air as well. But with everybody out there last night, all the great Jet fans were there last night. Kenny was missed. So Kenny, get healthy soon, let me tell you. But will I dance? You never know. I'm always up. I'm always up for shaking and baking. You never know.
I love it. All right, finally, Joe. So I do a tailgate with my friends at L5. We do the jersey burn where we burn a jersey of the opponent before every game. I guess it finally went viral because you got Fox News, the New York Post, SI, all these outlets covering it. Will you attend a future L5 burn?
Let's
fucking go! Let's go! J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets!
Yeah, let's go.
The one thing I will say, Drake May, the guy hasn't done anything yet. I know there's really nobody on this team that right now, maybe what you got to do is get like an old Brady jersey.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said that.
An old Gronkowski jersey, an old Julian Edelman jersey, something like that. Drake May, you could have done better. Now, are you going to burn Zach Wilson in the Denver game?
Oh, it's funny. That's like the one home game. It's the one home game I won't be at. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I'd imagine there's going to be a lot of Jet fans donating their Zach Wilson jerseys to
that's the one that should be burned. Zach Wilson should be burned, even if it's an old Jet jersey. I mean, you can't burn John Elway. You can't burn his jersey. He's too great. Brady, John Elway he did beat us in the AFC Championship game, so I guess you could burn it if you want. But, I would think that with Denver coming in, I would think the Zach Wilson is the way to go.
No, I think
what is he doing? Holding the clip? Is he the third quarterback there? What is he doing?
He's the third stringer. I mean, I was hoping that if there was a football god out there that's listening, he'd play against the Jet defense in a game that counts so they could get sweet revenge.
I don't think you're ever going to see Wilson on a field against the Jets. I got a feeling that's never happening.
You're probably right about that. Joe, I mean, this is just part one. We're doing a home and home. You're
Yep.
on the show this morning.
Yep.
I'm coming on your pod tonight. I mean, one more time for those just tuning in, what do people need to know about the Over Pain podcast live taping tonight?
Yeah, all you need to know, come out. We'll start about 7:15, 7:30. We do it for a couple hours. A lot of interaction with the fans and all of that. It'll be a great night with like I said, partying after the Jet win. Hopefully the Mets will win again tonight to keep the party going for all us Met fans. And it'll be great. Got the great Jake Asman coming. What else can I say? 78 Johnson Avenue in Hackensack. Try out when you get there. Try my Oda Payne beer. There's two different versions of it. We got the Jet packaging and the Met packaging. You can try either one when you come there, whatever. But it'll be a great time, and we'll have the great Jake Asman, who is really really. Now, did you get in the Jet Fan Hall of Fame yet or not?
Oh my God! I wouldn't accept it until they put you in first. No, there's no way. No,
I'm telling you, bro, I have no shot to get in there.
It's ridiculous. There can't be a Jet Fan Hall. It's like Pete Rose not being in the Baseball Hall of Fame. You can't have a Hall of Fame for Jet fans and not have Joe B.
Well, I appreciate that, but like I said, there's no love. They don't love me at Florham Park, so we'll leave it at that.
Well, the coach does. Sal, I know, likes you.
Yeah, Sal does. Sal is, he's been class with me all the way. We really haven't been communicating. We make the playoffs, he'll hear from me. Until then, I'm just gonna leave it alone. But what else can I say? I just want to win a Super Bowl. I don't give a damn about being in a Jet Fan Hall of Fame. That means nothing to me. It's all about me being on this earth and holding that Lombardi trophy one more time, bro. One more time.
I mean,
like I said, hopefully
I got the replica ring right here, Joe. I'm ready.
I know. I see it. And let me just say this too. And hopefully, I just want to see one more. Hopefully, Jake, you'll be around for that Jet dynasty.
Dynasty. From your lips to God's ears, Joe. My God.
There you go. Right. We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves, right?
All right. We're chanting Aaron Rodgers' name up 21-3 in the third quarter of a Week 3 game. I can't even imagine a dynasty. Right. My God.
Yep. No doubt.
Joe, I will see you tonight. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. Thank you for coming on. This was by far and away the most fun appearance we've ever had with you on the show. So I can't wait for later.
Jake, all the love, bro. Now I won't be seeing. I won't be doing this Monday, but we'll be back after the victory over Denver. Okay, we'll
Absolutely.
Throw that now. Let's hope.
Absolutely.
I don't want to get crazy. I don't want to jinx anything, but you got to feel pretty good right now, bro. I'll see you tonight. God bless. Thanks again,
ladies and gentlemen. The great Joe Benigno, joining us in his weekly spot the morning after every Jet game. Hit the like button if you're tuning in right now. More importantly, 1,300 of you are watching live. Smash that subscribe button, all right? That's the key to all this. 38,000 subs. I want 40, then 45, then 50, then 1 million. I'm skipping to 1 million, all right? And I have what I would like to call some Jet fan porn for all of you, all right? Here's Dan Orlovsky breaking down one of Aaron Rodgers' best throws last night.
This dude's one of the best ever, man. Slant up top to Garrett, man coverage. Look at he's one of the best ever. All right, the nerd part of the play. It's a slant. Aaron loves this play. It's a bunch of slants down here. It's one-on-one slant and the back right now to the flat. Nerd part of it is it's man-to-man coverage. So as that safety drops down, he's got the back in man. And so Aaron sets his body and completely sets his eyes, staring here to get this guy to feel like I'm throwing this flat, to get him to commit to not hanging vertically. Because even though it's man, if a quarterback stares right here where Garrett's going to be, this guy could hang maybe and really ruin the timing of the play and then drive if you throw the flat and make the tackle. So Aaron completely is committed to throw in that flat route right now. But just watch the back angle of his feet. You want to talk about a guy that completely has remarkable understanding of feel for a drop. Dun, dun, dun. You would never teach anybody to do that. You should. Dun, dun, dun. There's no, there's definitely a 3-step drop, and look how open he is. We see his number the whole time. He never closes his body off, and then it's just torque. He's the best, man.
I mean, there's so many plays like that we'll see film breakdowns on. We'll have Fialco on early next week. Just incredible. Incredible. What a win. What a win. Let's go.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
Hell yeah. I love Fireman Ed, too, John Gruden. We will have John Gruden on our show in the coming days, by the way. Stay tuned for an exact time on that. I'm working on it. His YouTube show is awesome, so I'm like, I'm in. Ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. $5 a month. You get 15% off every item in the merch store. Access to our private Discord. If you're going to London, I have details of our London meetup. I'm going to be announcing that to the general public in the coming days here. Your name will be added to the intro. Bonus shows and a whole lot more. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Smash that like button if you're just tuning in. I'm going to post the Gusbuster hotline link right now. Let's take some calls on a Victory Friday. 2 Jet wins. 2 Jet wins in 4 days. Are you kidding me? Victory Friday. Oh, baby. Michael writes in, where can I ship my Zach Wilson jersey? Right to L5, baby. And it will be lit on fire. Julian writes in, can we pray we somehow play Zach Wilson next week? There'll be nothing I root for more than for somehow Zach Wilson have to play against the Jets defense in the game that accounts. They would eat him. Eat him. He would be eaten. Bang Mateo. Wilson needs to stop. Oh, here we go. Showing out Rodgers after a missed throw. The head shaking and facial expressions better get cleaned up ASAP. Great win. Let's go. If you think Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson are having any sort of issues with their relationship, I don't know what to tell you. Garrett's an emotional guy, like most diva wide receivers are, and he's not a diva. He's just that's the personality of the game-changing receiver. He's fine. You see that throw Rodgers made to him? All right, those two guys are going to be unreal when they get on the same page fully. They're still putting up numbers, and they're not even all the way there yet. Time for your calls, ladies and gentlemen. Our Gusbuster umbrella hotline is open.
If you go to gusbuster.com, you could purchase the best umbrella in the universe. And you could use the promo code Jake, so you'll get 15% off on any of your umbrellas.
Yeah, here we go. Take some calls now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting with a heavy hitter to get us rolling. The King is on the line. King Lowski. What's up, King?
Jake, my brother! Jake, my brother! It's Victory Friday! My brother. I'm all out of sorts, Jake. I'm going to tell you why, Jake. I was on cloud 20 last night, Jake. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but I believed what I was seeing because I knew it was to come. Okay? That was what you call immaculate football, baby. And it was so beautiful having blood on the damn field last night. Them damn Patriots can't say nothing to us. You hear me? It was so beautiful kicking their ass all over the damn field, man. I just want to say, man, at the end of the day, baby, it was a bad team that we played. Okay, I'm on the Denver. You know how I am, Jake. I don't bask in the glory too long. I'm on to the next one, baby, because I know the ultimate goal is to get that Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, I'm on to Denver, but I just want to say, man, I know that media is gonna blow up this whole Aaron Rodgers, Salah hug bull crap. The only thing I can think of that Aaron Rodgers got mad at Robert Salah for was that dang crackback toss that they keep doing that doesn't work, doggone it. I'm so tired of seeing that play, Jake, and I'm glad they only ran it one time last night, and that was it. That was it. Get it out the damn playbook, Hackett. Don't run it no more, son. We don't want to see it no more. But that was what you call a flawless victory in Mortal Kombat terms, baby. JTS! Justice! JTS!
Yeah. I love it. I'm relying heavy on the callers this morning. I am banged up right now. Omari writes in, all of a sudden, it's against the Pats, so it doesn't count. Shannon and Shady are ridiculous. If he lost this game, they'd have a field day. I will quote Rex Ryan. You already know what they're going to say. 3 home teams advance, and the fucking Jets. They're going to move the goalpost every week. Just get ready for it. All that matters is Aaron Rodgers is a bad man, and he still has it. Bang Mateo says, haven't seen dots thrown that way since Testaverde. I mean, Rodgers was on a different level last night. Some of the throws he were made, I mean, it was insane. It was stupid. Yvonne says, coming in at right tackle, Brock Bowers, LOL. Made the right pick. Look, the idea that Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses were going to play every game was just not realistic. Now, I figured it was more likely Morgan would than Tyron because Morgan Moses has been an Ironman in his career, but I mean, what can you do? He got rolled up on last night. It's a freak injury. Olu's going to play a pivotal role now. The Jets have the best swing tackle in the league. No other team has an 11th overall pick as their swing tackle. They got to stay healthy, man. I mean, you got 10 days now for Tyron Smith to rest up. He didn't have his best game by some of the PFF stats I saw. Maybe it was because it was his 3rd game in 11 days. And he's an aging player. So rest up and get ready for Bo Nix. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy was at our tailgate last night. The great David Valentin is on the line. What's up, David?
Yo, Jake, what's popping, my G?
What's up, Fat Joe's cousin?
Yo, you already know, lean back. Yo, I'm still banged up from last night, man.
Me too.
I got home like, I live in Secaucus. It's the next town over, but still, man, we got out of the tailgate. We chilled at the parking lot for a little bit, and then hit the bar. And I got home like at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God, you had a night.
Yeah, but to be at work at 7, man, I'm running on fumes right now. But yeah, man, place was electric last night. I was so happy to meet you, bro. It was cool, man. You're one of those people that are cool. Like, you meet people and they're cool on the internet or whatever. And then when you meet them in real life, they're corny. Like, you was mad cool, mad genuine. You showed me time. You took a picture with me. I appreciate that, bro.
Oh, that's for sure, man.
That's why I rocks with you, man. That's why I rocks with you. I listen to your show every day, man. Yo, last night was great, bro. Defense was on point. Offense was on point. Yo, tell me, Jake, as a Jet fan, when was the last time I was like almost getting tired of saying, and that's a Jets first down, bro? I felt like I was saying that like every couple of seconds. It was crazy. First down here, first down there, first down here. It was crazy, man. I loved it. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for the season. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be lit. I'm a season ticket holder, so I'll be there again next week. And yeah, man, just happy right now. I'm on cloud 9, bro. I'm talking shit. I got my look at this shit. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this. This is my truck. I got the Jets.
Hey.
The Jets sticker. I got the Jets flag up there. Representing well. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, David, did I give you a Jake Asman show sticker when I saw you last night?
Yes, you did. You got
to put that sticker on there.
Too. Yeah,
I love it.
I got you, of course. That's all day. I got you. But yo, Jake, it was good talking to you, man, yesterday. And I sent you the picture on the gram. I know you've seen it too.
Yeah, great photo, man. Great to meet you, dude.
Yeah, it was dope. I took a picture yesterday with V-Man. I took a picture. I saw Neil. I didn't take a picture with him. And I took I met I don't know his name, but the dude was like, when they said, "Oh yeah, what's gonna happen to Brock Purdy?" and he was in the background, he's gonna die.
Oh, Drake. Yeah.
I met him too yesterday. He was mad cool. So, yo, I love your listeners. Everybody was cool. The only one I got to meet now is Bonesy. I got to meet Bonesy and Mr. Weed because me and him have something in common. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, it was popping. Yesterday was popping. I can't wait for the next game. And yeah, Jake, man, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna listen to the rest of your show. Love you guys, and let's just go Jets, baby. Jets, Jets all day, every day. You already know.
I love it. Well, David, stay right there, David. Stay right there, because joining us right now is someone you're a big fan of. Mr. Bonesy's on the line.
Yo, let's go.
Yo,
What's good,
man?
Dave?
Yo, what's good, man? Why you don't come to no games? What's popping?
Yo, I was there. I came late. I was we went from Nick Shine's spot and we went to our car. And by the time we got to Jake's, we got lost, and it took us we didn't get there till 6:45. Everybody was heading in, but we got to at least come and say what's up, give our bro hugs out, dab everybody up,
It's a little bit easier for me because I live in the next town over. So I'm like, I rushed through work, and my ass was there by 4 o'clock.
I love it.
What a turnout yesterday, man! So much fun. I'm still in shock from the game of just how different it was, man. It was a different feeling.
We got a quarterback now, man. Everything's gonna be different now, man. Like you see how the offense was it was just going, bro. It was nice and smooth, man. We're not used to that shit. I'm not used to that. I'm 42 years old. I seen it a little bit with Vinny. You know what I mean? In spurts. But we ain't used to this shit, man. Coming up to the line, changing shit up. I'm not used to that. I am not used to that. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It's good to be a Jet fan. It's good to be alive. What a time to be alive, baby.
Lean back. Lean back.
Let's go. I'm in
just pull up your pants and do the rock away.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm in Florham Park right now, too. I'm a couple of blocks away from the Jets, too.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
David, you're the man, brother. I'll see you at games going forward, all right?
Yes, sir. You already know. Yes, sir. Bonesy,
I love it.
I'll holler at you.
Yes, sir.
David, check it in. Fat Joe's cousin, his brother, someone. I don't know. I'm giddy, Bonesy. I'm giddy.
Yo, I'm still feeling. It's just crazy that everything that we kind of wanted to happen came out chilling the whole day yesterday. What's everybody talking? Let's come out and throw the ball. Let's come out and make it open up the run by passing. When did we come out? We passed the first 7 times. My game ball goes to Hackett, man. Yes, I mean, and us for blitzing. I mean, I can't stop saying the Titans quote. You will blitz all night. If anyone crosses that line, I'm pulling you off the field. And they blitzed all night. Nobody was ready for that. We haven't blitzed like that in 4 years. That was game plan. That was having a Hall of Fame quarterback on 4 days with no planning who just has to spread you out and can dice you up. It was
he cooked him. He cooked. It was surgical last night. I mean, he was so freaking good, not just by Jet quarterback standards, by like any standard. He played like one of the best quarterbacks of all time last night. That's how good that performance was.
MVP Rodgers standards.
Yep.
That was MVP Rodgers standards. He was in control. I mean, watching all of our young talent develop talent, I'm still in. Joe Douglas got a trade. We moved back in the 4th round and got a 3rd round pick for next year and still drafted Braylon Allen, who is going to be the future of our team. That guy runs over people already. The pony look is scary with Brees and Braylon out there. And just looking at our offensive line be healthy, AVT, Titman, those are drafted talents. We bring in John Simpson got a penalty last night, and I was happy he did it. He fucking hit the guy and then hit him again on the floor. It was everything was going so perfectly. I couldn't believe the play calling. Rodgers got everyone he needed involved. He got Conklin finally involved. We've been waiting to see it. He got Garrett his touchdown. He said it. Once they get on the same page, this is just the start. 3 games in 11 days. We come out. Look, that game is a game that is a professional Hall of Fame quarterback who's in control and doesn't have any game planning and is just beating you with spreading it out and being in control. And we got to see it for the first time looking like that. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna overreact and say this is gonna be the standard. It's just the first time that we're seeing it. We're seeing it. Like it was a beautiful thing. And my last shout out is to Sherwood. Baller. Day 3 pick. Baller. We took him and Nasruddin just like Joe Douglas did with Braylon and Davis this year. One of them's gonna hit. He took Nasruddin and Sherwood in day 3, developed both of them, and look what happens. What happens.
Now, Bones, I do have a personal question for you.
Hit me.
have you seen a doctor yet? Because I'd have to imagine you've had something last way more than just 4 hours.
If you're in our Discord chat, I was looking for Craig all morning because I'm a little worried that I'm still, I'm still tenting over here. It's it hasn't gone away. I recorded it last night. They replayed the game on NFL Network, right? I recorded it at 11:45. Actually, I think it was 12:45. So now I have a porno stashed. I'm good. That is all. I'm gonna rewatch that first half. I mean, it was a thing of beauty, man.
You got some film for 10 days now,
dude, man. We got the week. Sunday we're waking up. We already got the dub. I mean, Lola, can you get? Whoa, hold on, Lola. Can you give us?
How we doing, Lola?
Can you give us a jet chant? No, give me a good one. Give me like one of those good ones. I'll give you a chocolate coin. I'll give you a chocolate coin. Give me a J-E. Come on, give it to me. J-E-T-S. Jets. She does it. I'm telling you, she does it. She sings the Bobby song. There's so much, and she gets shy when she gets on camera.
Lola, it's okay. We're friends. We're having fun,
right? Jake, my brother. I'm sorry for getting there so late yesterday. We got lost. I was messed up, and we went to our car just to get some drinks before we came over there with the crowd, and then I
had drinks for you. What are you doing? I had a whole cooler reserved for just Mr. Bonesy.
Oh my God, Dumbo Bonesy. But hey, man, I still got to give you all guys hugs. I made it in time to say what's up and show a little, and boy, does it feel good to wake up on a Friday after a performance like that, man.
Let's go. By
the way, one last one. What?
Would Lola do a Jets chant if we sent her a Jake Asman Show teddy bear?
Lola. He'll send you a teddy bear if you do the Jets chant. Do it loud. Come on, do it. And we'll go get mommy right now. Go ahead. Come on.
She's so cute.
Well, you know what? No teddy bear. Let's wait until she does that chant. We're gonna get this chant out of this girl eventually because she does it with her brothers and daddy, so she's got it in her. She's just a little camera shy.
I love it. Well, Bonesy, you're the man. I know I didn't get to see you for long last night, but it was amazing.
Love you, Jake. Love everybody. J-E-T-S. Jets. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. I started to hear it. Let's go, Lola. Let's go, Jets.
The only thing better than Alden shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Everyone, follow me on Instagram at Jake Asman. I just shared details of tonight's New Jersey meetup with Joe B at the Hackensack Brewing Company. Check it out. It's also linked in the description for this video if you need it. But I'd like some more Instagram followers, baby. Got a bunch of photos I'm posting from our tailgate last night. All the Asmaniacs I met, just tremendous. And we will send you a teddy bear either way, Lola. We'll get on that after the show. Barney writes in, Rodgers is an assassin. Let's go. That he is. Barney says, props to JD, Sherwood, Will McDonald, rookies balled out. Last night was a major win for Joe Douglas. Major win. Sherwood, McDonald, the rookies playing well. Garrett starring, Bree starring. Mike Williams, a free agent ad, making plays. Lazard looking good. That's all of a sudden not a bad signing if he plays like that. Defensively, Chuck Clark making huge plays. Tony Adams making big plays. Quincy Williams was a waiver wire claim. Maybe the Jets' best defensive player through the first 3 games. I mean, obviously Rodgers. That was his move to fix Zach Wilson. That, by the way, that's why Joe Douglas is here, because the team around Rodgers is stacked. And last year, we had 4 plays of it. I mean, you just see what having a quarterback does, man. Changes everything. Ray Jr.'s a channel member. Can we get some more channel memberships? I want to read some names. Earlier, Felix gave us a 20 spot when Joe B was on, and the chat was exploding. So I didn't get to read 20 names. But I still want to play this.
Felix Campos. He wonderful, wonderful guy. He gives a lot of gift memberships and loves the Jake Asman Show. Take the money.
Yeah. Get some more memberships, baby. Give it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's fire up the troops. Here's Robert Saleh.
How
about Alan Lazard breaking the team down? What a difference a year makes. Aaron Rodgers is an MVP quarterback again, and Alan Lazard is a competent wide receiver. Ladies and gentlemen, I know who we're going to now. This guy knows what Aaron Rodgers playing like an MVP looks like. Our guy Jerome, the Packer fan, is up next. What's up, Jerome?
What's going on, man? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you, Jake? Surgical. Rodgers put on a clinic. And you know what? I'm glad to see that Jet fans can drink the tears of the Patriots.
Do they taste good? Do they taste good?
Hey, you know what? What else did I tell you, though, Jake? Here it is. Didn't I tell you he was going to get a lot of first down? Didn't I tell you?
Jerome.
That's all we saw.
Jerome, there were more first downs in the first half than the Jets had in several games combined last night. It was insane.
Yes, indeed. I'm glad for y'all, man. Now y'all get to see what it feels like. And it's only going to get better. This is the makings of scorched the earth Aaron Rodgers. I've seen this before. I told y'all may get that guy. And if y'all get him, y'all going to be facing Mahomes. And the one person that can go gun for gun with him is Rodgers.
Jerome, all the love, my man. You are the man. You're the man, Jerome. All right? You're the man. Let's go. Incredible. Well, the Jets have 27 first downs tonight. When was the last time the Jets had more than 10 first downs in a game before this year? God. M. Gilardi says, what a game by Rodgers. Unreal. Curly, we have our quarterback finally. So nice meeting you, Jake, and all the Asmaniacs. Too banged up to call in now, but we'll call in soon to chronicle my ride with V-Man. Let me say this. I met Curly last night, and despite always being negative in the chat, he's a great guy. And he drove V-Man to the game last night. Are you kidding me? Here's what we need to do right now, all right? We need to check in with the great V-Man.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he no sleeping. Adios mio.
What's up,
V-Man? Let's go, baby. Victory Friday.
Victory Friday. I am drinking in Patriots tears.
Cheers to that.
All right now. Yeah. My cousin owes me a 6-pack and a cigar.
It was a day unlike any other, V-Man.
No, it was amazing. Just everything was perfect. I mean, they got out to if this is the way these games are going to be going, more games are going to be going like this season, then we're going to be in for a lot of fun.
I'll tell you what was fun, V-Man. The amount of people that wanted to take pictures with you last night at the tailgate.
Oh no, that was great. You know, that was that was a fun experience. I'll tell you, I lit so many cigars and joints, my lighter ran out of fluid.
Is it true you smashed a beer can over your head?
Yeah.
You're a party animal, V-Man. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
How about this? Hector says, man, I feel so good. I don't want to bash V-Man today. There's a truce.
Oh, good. We get a truce between both equals, man. All, by the way, Hector, all love, man. No bad blood. No, I can be a little bit picky, but no bad blood. I could say as you know, this game was, as you say in Puerto Rico, because it means a completely different word in Puerto Rico than it does in English. This game was brutal, which just in Puerto Rico it means awesome, epic.
Curly writes in, this may come as a shock, but V-Man fell asleep in the car.
Okay, I just fall asleep in motion. I just do. Like cars, trains, like planes. If I'm in a moving vehicle, I don't know why I just pass.
Now, what kind of sleep though? Was it curly? Was it, deep sleep like he was snoring? Was it like kind of like this? Where, he kind of had like somewhat sleep posture? Give us a description of V-Man asleep.
I don't even remember. I was like in and out of consciousness. That's all I remember. All I remember the drive on the way back was in and out of consciousness. I was just like, I just wanted to get home, man. I didn't even have sheets on my bed. I just fell on like I just fell asleep on an unmade bed and just woke up.
You were mumbling to yourself.
Probably was. I could believe that. No, listen, I was so tired. I didn't even put sheets. I was doing laundry before I left. I didn't even bother to put sheets on the bed. I just fell asleep on an bed without sheets. Just a fucking comforter.
You weren't in this. I just got Fialco just texted me some photos from the tailgate. Look at this crew right here, man.
Oh yeah, that's great. You know what? My favorite part of the game was just every time they put on the jumbotron, like just the disparity on offense between the Jets and the Patriots. Oh, that's great. That's great.
By the way, Fialco's a tall man. Andrew Fialco, not a 13-year-old, tall man.
No, my favorite parts were like this. I love taking pictures of it.
Moody's?
No, it says team total. I don't know if you can read total yards. So 1 in 74, and then I took a picture of like all the different average gain. I took a screenshot of every time, like every time the jumbotron showed the offensive disparity. I just took a screenshot of it. First downs, first half stats. I posted on Twitter like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? Is this reality? Like I tweeted that out.
I hit the wrong comment here. Curly says, truly nice meeting you guys, and V-Man, if you ever need a ride again, let me know. All right, V-Man, you apparently didn't freak Curly out enough that he's willing to give you another ride to a future Jets game.
Well, you know what? You know what? I'll see if I make it out, because if that end of the year game is of any significance, maybe I'll make it out to that one, because I don't know if I'm going to make it out to another one.
Rich says, Jake, please ask me, man, for a Victory Friday weepa.
All right, hold on. Jake, you might want to manage your volume for this one. Weepa!
Ladies and gentlemen, V-Man.
V-Man is here. How we feeling?
High as a kite.
V-Man was an electric factory last night. I mean, he was relentless in trying to get me to hit his J the entire night. I'm like, I'm working. I can't. Like, I got to watch football. I'm like, I'm banged up enough. I mean, V-Man took so many photos of people. Just wait till I get a moment to come up for air at some point this weekend, because it's certainly not today. We got Fireman Ed at 3. We have the Joe B podcast appearance I'm doing tonight in Hackensack. Who needs a house out there anyway? Bad joke. I mean, the Discord is just, it's stacked with amazing photos. I have a Neil on the mic speech that we got to break down. Look at this. They gave Neil a microphone last night. Look at this.
We finally are here at week 1, week 3, against the Gronkowski-less, Brady-less, Belichick-less, all these son of a bitches.
I can't wait. At some point, I'll get to it. We don't got time today. Felix checks in. Allen's looking like a steal of the draft. That kid is an animal. Can't be taken down by one tackler. Runs so hard. I'm loving this two-headed monster we have in the backfield. They got a legit two-headed monster. Aaron says Mike Williams, crazy ball skills. He is just beginning to get involved in this offense. He's going to find the end zone real soon. I almost did last night. I would have won my anytime touchdown bet. J-Quest says, Jets were my first love. First time in a long time they gave us love back. About time. Craig in Australia. But not today. Craig in Midtown just woke up. Arms are sore from all the first downs and touchdowns. Go Jets and Asmaniacs. Love you, Craig. We got to keep Craig in the U.S. longer. He's seen 2 Jet wins. Craig, meet me in London in 2 weeks. Jay Graves says, absolutely love the online Jets community that we have. So many of us said that when we were in L5. Can't wait till Halloween. Victory Friday, LFG. LFG. See you at L5, Jay Graves. Nate says, shout out to Craig for running down 8th Avenue at 3 a.m. to save my bag with all the new gear I bought, headphones and more. Thank you, Craig and Mrs. Craig. Now that sounds epic. Derek Hughes, so nice to watch the Jets with a competent offense for the first time. I was confident we were converting on 3rd down. Great quarterback play. It was absurd. Ball here, ball there, rolling out this way. I give credit to Hackett, too. I love the way they came out. First 6 plays are passes. The Jets had an approach. We know we're better than you, and we're going to beat you. We're going to get up 2 scores. We're going to make it so you can't run the ball anymore because you need to throw to catch up. And they don't have the weapons to throw in the Jets' corners. They don't. And the Jets were like, we're going to do something we haven't done because we have to do it now. We don't have Jermaine. We don't have Reddick. We got to blitz. They blitzed more last night than any game in the Robert Saleh era since year 1. And that was a completely different defense. Unreal, man. Gator says, did Leany break the F-bomb record last night for a single call? She might have. And I enjoyed every second of it. Every second of it. Hey, on Victory Monday, I want to shout out our 2 post-game sponsors. Custom Bourbon Tours. Check out their website, Jet fans. Book your trip down to Kentucky and get the best bourbon experience you could imagine. Luxury transportation to all the top spots. You'll pick the distilleries you want to visit online. You can choose from SUVs, sprinters, limo sprinters, buses, even Charles Gorman's Uber. You can do all this in 5 minutes. CustomBourbonTours.com. Check it out. Our other post-game sponsor, Joe DeVizio and his team. Joe DeVizio Realty. Joe's probably pumped up today. He's a diehard Jet fan, season ticket holder. SellWithJoe.com if you're thinking about selling your home. They do much more than that. But once again, 959 call Joe. SellWithJoe.com. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. Let's check in with JT, who was at the tailgate yesterday. What's up, JT?
Yo, let's go, Jake. Jets, Jets. Obviously, my voice ain't here. But, yo, L5. Shout out to everybody I met at L5. That was a great time. Oh,
hell
man.
Yeah, it was.
And shout out to Weed the People. That man brings the energy to games. He wound up like 5 seats over from me, so I was actually hanging out with him at the game. But
wow,
dude, Weed the People brings the freaking energy, man. I love it. That was such a great game, dominating fashion on Thursday Night Football in front of the whole world against the Patriots. Can't ask for any other way. Jets, Jets. I need to get my voice back, so I'm gonna go here.
JT, appreciate it. All right, let's rapid fire through the remaining calls. Ladies and gentlemen, a heavy hitter is on the line right now. We know him as many names, including this one.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Hey, that was a great interview with Joe Benigno today. I want to give you a round of applause today.
Thank you, Bob.
Do you ever have any call-ins with him anytime?
Maybe we will. I didn't think we needed it today. We had a lot to cover.
I know, but, it's nice because I talk to him on WFPN all the time.
So you're basically saying that I need to change the entire direction of the show just for you to be able to talk to Joe because you spoke to him one time on the radio.
everybody else could call in. You know, you're not the only one who wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, but it's called the Jake Asman Show.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. No, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
okay.
What about Fireman N? No call-ins today either?
What if I make an exception just for you, Bobby?
No, everybody else has to call in too.
Are you going to sing happy birthday to him?
Yes. Yes, I missed them. Yeah. Yes, I will.
All right. I will consider allowing you to sing happy birthday to Ed. What?
It's gonna be a belated birthday because
it still counts though. It's within 24 hours.
Okay, let's sing it, Tim. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I had to. One time I had no voice to sing to somebody. Okay, so Jets had a great game yesterday. I told you Lazar is going to get better, right? Didn't I tell you that? With Aaron Rodgers being his quarterback. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
He had a great game. Didn't he have 2 touchdowns, right?
He had 1.
1 touchdown. And then
some good catches, though.
Too good, but he ran the ball at least sometime. Then the defense looked great. 7 sacks. Yes, 7 sacks.
Oh, yeah.
I think I said 6 sacks. But then 7 sacks. But then I gave them 10 points, so that's more than they had, so that was better. I take their field goals. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. Then they're going to destroy Denver. Denver has no chance. Denver.
Kill them.
And then we go to England. We're going to see you on TV, hopefully.
Are you coming to London with me, Bob?
I wish. That would be good.
You don't want to have tea. You don't want to have tea
I'm
and crumpets with me?
No, that's a lot of money trip. I got to go.
I like your robe, Bobby.
Yes, this is the brand new robe.
Yeah.
Not the old stuff I wore before.
You look like Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, well, I needed it. It's chilly here this morning. It's only 64 degrees today. So it's cold. And then going to the Halloween game. Don't forget that. You still got my tickets, right?
I lost it, actually.
You did not. Come on.
I can't. I misplaced it. I can't find them.
Okay, then we won't go then.
All right. Well, I guess not.
All right. Well, have a great day. Bye now.
That's it. You're done?
Yeah. Bye.
What if I told you? I was going to tell you I might have been able to find your tickets, but now I'm not so sure, Bob. I'm not so sure. I don't know.
Well, you know I can't wear my freaking hat. It's hot, my balls will sweat. Oh, look, I have a fan. I'm Bobby.
Robert Midnight, everybody. For those asking for the call-in link, it doesn't exist anymore because the people on hold are the only ones who we're getting to, and then I'm wrapping the show. Michael's up next. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Bobby can't take it sometimes, huh? You like to bust him so bad. I got to tell you, I got to eat crow today. Yesterday when I called you, I said I don't have any faith in Salah getting a game plan, stacking the box. I'm wrong, and all the haters are going to say, well, the Patriots missed tackles, blah, 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 blah. Can't wait for the Buffalo game when we click on all cylinders and we're home. Lastly, I'm going to be at the brewery tonight, as I told you yesterday. Have you ever been there?
I've never been. No, I've never been to the Hackensack Brewing Company.
Okay, well, very small inside, and they have it outside. So I'm just kind of curious where you guys are going to be set up, whether he's going to do it outside or inside. But
we'll be outside, is my understanding, because it's not supposed to rain.
Right, yeah. Like I said, very small place, so I expect to be a big crowd there with the size of the place. I heard Joe going to have his Wilson jersey on, so I'm going to have to wear mine.
I think I'm going to go Rodgers jersey tonight. If Joe's going Garrett, I think I'm going to go AR, and now I'm excited.
Well, you better watch out because Joe did say he might get a Rodgers jersey, so he might take yours from you. I mean, but no, it's going to be a good time, and still trying to get some sleep from last night. Like I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I really couldn't. So I'll see you later on.
Michael, look forward to meeting you, man. Appreciate the support. Yeah, it's going to be sick. Derek writes in, so nice to watch the Jets with a competent offense for the first time. I was confident we were converting on third down. # great QB play. That's everything, man. Everything. Sometimes we overcomplicate football. I've said this. I said it for months. I said it for an entire year that this team was not that far away if they got the quarterback. They have won these last 2 games because of Aaron Rodgers. The game-winning drive in Tennessee was sensational. And last night he was great for the entire game. From the first drive, you knew he was on one. I was like, we're watching something tonight. But now I was sitting with my buddy Jake at the game, and it was like, it was like, holy shit. It's just, my arm was getting sore from going first down. God, it was sick. That was, it was amazing.
It's J-E-T-S, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
Yeah, love it. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Hey, shout out to Macno Dynasty, Nico B, and Blake McLaughlin for being our 3 most recent Patreon subscribers. If you join the Patreon, I'm willing to share a link that could get you any jersey of your choice for less than $30. You got to be a Patreon member first. There's a new Parts Unknown, but I'm only giving it out to Patreon members because I don't want to get crazy here. More calls. V8 the Greats on the line. Then we'll do Phenom, Doug, and Ted to wrap us up. What's up, V8?
What's up, Jake? Morning. Hey, so apparently Alan Lazard is a leading leader in touchdown receptions. So
that's right.
He just flipped it. You got to love it. And, defense, got to give it to Robert Saleh. He said he was going to fix it. He fixed it. Great win. Now, let's just sit back and let's listen to this narrative. It's the Patriots. We were supposed to beat the Patriots. You have Super Bowl aspirations. You got to beat the Patriots. You guys weren't saying this a few weeks ago. It was, we can't stop the run. Ramondre Stevens was going to run all over us. So, Jake, it feels good to be on top 2 weeks in a row. And you know what? Let's stay there. Oh, and Jake, I don't know if you saw it, but I tagged you on this video on Instagram. It's a Stone Cold one. So hopefully you enjoy it. It's the same as this right here, V8 the Great. Jake, you have a good day.
I love it, V8. I appreciate you, man. I got so many things I got to go through. I have like 400 notifications. I've had a minute, man. I got to check out so many of the pictures from last night and the videos. Once again, I sincerely appreciate everyone who said hello at either the tailgate or stopped me in the concourse or in the parking lot. I mean, the Asmaniacs are everywhere, man. I could not go 3 minutes without someone saying hello, so it was awesome. This fan base is special. And we deserved a night like that. That was insane. Insane, man. Oh my God. That exact game has been done to the Jets so many times by the Patriots. Oh my God, that was Jerome, the Packer fan's going to be right. If they get that version of Rodgers, this is a 14-3 team. Now, is he going to play like that every game? I mean, I'm not going to hold him to that standard. He just needs to he needs to be a top 10 quarterback, which I think is the floor for what he could do. He could be better than that. Doug in his room is next. What's up, Doug?
Man, that was awesome last night. I tried calling him last night. I couldn't stay up. I fell asleep. I was too tired. I wanted to call him last night for the post game, but I wanted to go to bed. So, but that was awesome. I live in Boston. It's overcast here right now. Just because the Patriots are finally realizing they're doomed. It's amazing. I love it. I wanted a decapitation. I think we got like half a decapitation because it just could have been so much worse. That's how much of a bludgeoning it could have been. It was awesome. Also crazy that Garrett Wilson is the first round receiver to catch a touchdown from Aaron Rodgers.
Which is an insane stat. I mean, the guy's thrown 450 touchdown passes, and until last night, not one of them was ever to a wide receiver in the first round.
Yeah, 480. But insane stuff. Insane. It was awesome. It was great. I loved it. Get the weekend off. Get these 10 days of rest. Go kill Denver. And then you got a tougher game than you were expecting in Minnesota. But who knows, if Justin Jefferson's not playing, then you feel a lot better. You feel a lot better about that game. So rest up. That was awesome. Patriots fans, I hope you finally know what it feels like to be this god-awful team and watch your other team, your division rival, have an amazing quarterback and just dissect you all night. You know how it feels? I hope the Patriots fans have to suffer through this for the rest of their lives. It was amazing. I loved every second of last night. Only wish we scored more points, but otherwise, it was amazing.
It was a dream, man. It really was. That was everything I could have hoped for. When the schedule came out and it was week 3, home opener, Thursday night, New England, there's very few things you can nitpick. I just don't feel like the day after the game is the time to even do it. We'll talk about it over the weekend and next week. You're not going to play a perfect game in the NFL. It was pretty close. Pretty close. A couple things here or there. They could have won 40-3. That was just high-level quarterbacking. And the defense shouldn't be forgotten either. They were great. The game plan was excellent. Robert Saleh, he'll never change. You won't have him ready. They were ready. They blitzed. They had a great plan for Brissett, had a great plan for Ramondre Stevenson. And they did that without their captain, C.J. Mosley, too. I thought Jamie and Sherwood was excellent filling in. Quincy, one of the best linebackers in football. Brooklyn Jet says, Jake, imagine when A-Rod and Mike Wilson get on the same page. Allen with Lazard. Lazard is a playable, competent receiver again because of one reason, Aaron Rodgers. That's all you need to know. Phenom is up next. What's up, Phenom?
Wow. Well, shout out to all the Asmaniacs. Look, this was probably one of the most enjoyable games I've seen in years. Like you said, there are no perfect games. It could have been a worse beatdown than it already was.
Mm-hmm.
I was calm, cool, collective all of the game. We're not going to nitpick over a victory like this because we haven't seen one like this. But 3 phases of football, if Zerline doesn't miss the field goal before halftime, that was a little part. Everything else was top shelf. And we understand that this team still hasn't played its best game. So you guys have said it all. I just wanted to show up on the call because we're going to be talking about this game, hopefully, as this season goes on, how special this season was. I just wanted to show my face and say, salutes to Jake, salutes to the Asmaniacs. I'm looking forward to hooking up with you guys again. I was in Tennessee last weekend.
That's
that
right.
was awesome. But let me say this again. 3 games in 11 days and we got 2 wins. We would all sign up for that. And so we're signing up for it.
Yeah. When was the last time the Jets won 2 games in 4 days? Crazy.
Yeah. So, just awesome. Just awesome. And you get some rest, buddy. You need some tea or something.
Man,
I'm talking about you, buddy.
Phenom. There's no rest. We got Fireman Ed at 3. I'm doing a Joe Benigno live podcast tonight with a bunch of crazy ass Jet fans.
You need a lozenge or something, man. You need to get an endorsement with a lozenge company or something.
You know what I need, Phenom? I need a ring, and we will stop at nothing until we get one. That's the only thing I care about.
I got mine in there. I would run in there, but you would cut me off. But anyway, just a really satisfying win. I can't say it any better than that. Looking forward to see more. This offense is just in its infant steps, and watch out.
Hey, I'll say it again, Phenom. You're the man, my guy. It ain't so fun when the rabbit has the gun. Hey, New England, you're now the Jets. Enjoy quarterback hell. Enjoy being shitty and getting blown out in primetime. If you want any advice, I'm not giving you any because F you. How about we do this? Merch sale till Monday at noon. Promo code JETSWIN. Every item in the store is 15% off to celebrate the Jets' second win in 4 days. Thank you to Carly for getting the promo code up. JakeAsman.com/shop. JakeAsman.com/shop. I'll even do a giveaway right now. If you are a subscriber to this YouTube channel and you go and follow me on Twitter at Jake Asman and at Jake Asman Show, or Instagram at Jake Asman Show, we'll pick a few winners to give out some items in the store. All merch, 15% off till Monday. Jets win at checkout, plus some free giveaway opportunities if you go on social right now. JakeAsman.com/shop. Get your merch, baby. Let's go, Asmaniacs. $637 likes. Can I get 700? $838 of you are still watching. Oh, man. What a night. What a night. Give me a Neil Shuffle. Amazing. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, final call. NY Jets, Ted. What's up, Ted?
Jake, good morning. I appreciate all you do for us as fans, putting in the hours and the sweat equity, because it's got to be tiring. Jake, last night, probably the Tennessee game was stressful. Usually when I watch games, I'm standing in front of the TV stressing out, cursing and yelling and doing all kinds of things. I sat on the couch the whole night. The only two, and it seemed like the stadium, maybe in the third and fourth quarter, was in a bit of a shock too. Like just how everything went smoothly. Everything went right. The coaching, the play calling, the execution, offensively and defensively. But the only two times I was nervous was when Rodgers took that hit on the sideline when he ran out of bounds, and the throw to Zach Wilson when Gonzalez almost picked it, which was an amazing throw.
Hold on. Don't say that name.
Gonzalez?
Zach Wilson.
Oh, I said Zach? I'm sorry. Garrett, I'm sorry. My apologies. I'm only on 3 hours of sleep. Sorry, Jake.
I'm just kidding,
when
man.
Garrett, sorry about that. That ball was high and away. And when he threw that, I was like, oh, like that. It was a Zach Wilson flashback. That's basically what it was. So do we consider at some point, if things continue, Jake, do we extend Joe Douglas as a general manager at this point?
Can we wait till the season's over to see what happens?
Well, I mean, I said if things continue, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, if they're 14-3, you can extend them, fine. But let's just wait and see where this year goes.
I hear you.
I think they're going to have a good season, Ted. I expect Joe Douglas to be the GM here and Saleh to be the head coach here going forward. I don't think this team is going to be good. I predicted them to go 12-5 before the year started and win the division. They are a good football team, and they could be a great football team if Rodgers is a lot closer to the MVP than just being a top 10 quarterback. I think his floor is top 10. We've seen that. I think if he plays like last night, he's going to be battling Mahomes and whoever for an MVP award this year. That's how good he was last night.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was just an amazing experience last night. Not to have to play. One of my biggest feelings this year was to come into the season knowing we could dictate, games. We can come in and, not be ultra conservative to protect our quarterback. And this is the first game that I've seen where we basically took them completely, out of the game early, dismantled them, stomped on them, and like you said, it could have been way worse. Quite honestly, you could have had 40 points on the Patriots. But Jake, I appreciate everything that you do for us. I know you're exhausted, so you get some rest and enjoy your weekend, and we get to chill out and watch the Red Zone Sunday and see what other teams are doing. Have a good one, Jake.
Amen, Ted. By the way, I'm working Sunday, ESPN New York. Download the app if you're not, able to listen on 8:80 a.m. 3 to 6:30, right into Mets pregame for Sunday Night Baseball. So I'll be talking NFL on Sunday. Plenty of Jets, believe me. Man. Hey, how about this? I just saw this in the Discord. Aurora stopped by T-Squared Social. She was at the game last night. She'll be at our event in Hackensack tonight with Joe. She wanted to see where the Asmaniacs hang out. Love it. Thank you, Aurora. See you tonight. And Wesley. The great Wesley. My voice is shot. I got some tea cooking right now. Don't worry. My dad wants to know, where's Alan? You're not going to see him because he's a fraud. Fraud. F-R-A-U-D. Ladies and gentlemen, you want Alan? I'll give you Alan.
Alan is back? Whoa!
I didn't want to call, but I thought it was necessary today.
I'm more of a comment guy than a call guy. There's a lot of Jet content creators and a lot of regular Jet callers. Chef Kevin, he's a nice guy. He hates 98% of my takes, but that's his prerogative. So yesterday he talked the kumbaya claim that everybody should trust Robert Saleh. Oh, Robert Saleh this and Robert Saleh that. To me, when I watch Robert Saleh, I see a guy who lacks head coaching instincts. Please do not talk to me and other Saleh haters. They are winning games in spite of this coach, okay? The pom-pom Jet fans. I know B-Mac, he's in his own universe. I think he's arguing with himself 90% of the time. I get a lot of the hate throughout a lot of these Jet contents because I speak the truth. This is a loser franchise. I'm sorry to say this to a lot of you pom-pom Jet fans. This team hasn't won shit in my lifetime or in, I'll say 90% of Jet fans who watch these shows lifetime.
I will speak to you in about 2 months.
There's Alan. Wow. He came and he went. I know Jake Asman is definitely going to see that today before his show.
Oh, we saw it. Hey, shout out to Boy Green. Congrats on the sex last night, man. I'm happy for you and your fiance. All right. I had to imagine after that win, I have to imagine it was pretty wild.
So we're going to get into all of it here. Again, my name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. We come 2 hours after every final whistle here for the postgame show. And I'm going to be honest. The only good thing that happened to me late tonight, early this morning, was making sweet, passionate love to my fiance, which I did after the article was written and that kind of stuff. That's the only good thing that happened. Not great. Terrible.
Tell you what was great last night. That Jet win. Hey, shout out to listener Scott, who is the first person to use promo code JETSWIN in the merch store. Scott just purchased a Jake Asman polo. Appreciate that, Scott. Our Adidas polos are flying off the shelves. Merch sale, promo code JETSWIN. 15% off till Monday. Tom A says, Boy Green found his bananas last night. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Make sure we didn't miss any super chats here. I don't think I did. All right. What a day. What a show. We're back in 3 hours. Not even. 3 hours. Fireman Head is coming on. My God. We don't stop around here, baby. Subscribe if you haven't. There's still 800 of you watching. Grateful for that. Once again, in-person appearance tonight. Come out to Hackensack, the brewing company there, and celebrate a Jet win. A victory Friday with me and Joe B. Are you kidding me, bro? As Joe would say. If you tuned in for Joe B, he was on for the first hour of the show, so rewind when you're done watching this. Hit the like button on your way out of here. More importantly, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go drink some tea and get the voice right for Fireman Ed. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Jet fans, you guys are the greatest. Can't say it enough. To everyone who came out to L5 last night, hope you had a great time. I know I did. I know you had a great time if you were at the game. My God. What a day. What a night. JETS, Jets. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Thanks to everyone who super chatted, gifted a membership, and, of course, tuned in. We cannot do it without you. My name is Jake Asman. This has been the Jake Asman Show. Go Jets, F the Pets, and I'll talk to you guys with Fireman Ed in a few hours.
Let's fucking go! Let's go! J-E-T
It's Jets, Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.